you're considering Metro Atlanta as your next home and looking for a community that is tightly knit, has a small town feel, but easy access into the city, as well as superior schools and easy lifestyle, let me introduce you to Oakhurst, Decatur. Now, this community was established around turn of the century, and I'll give you a little bit more history on it, as well as the type of homes that are in this community, as well as what makes this such a lovable, livable spot for Metro Atlanta. As for the history, now this community dates back to turn of the century, early 1920s. So most of the architecture is craftsman style. They're relatively close together. Front porch living. People love their front porches in Oakhurst, as well as proximity to commercial districts. Because of when this neighborhood was developed, the car was not quite as popular as it is now. So the commercial developments are scattered throughout the neighborhood, mostly in the center, in the village, as well as on the north side of the village along the railroad tracks. And this is also along the MARTA track. We do have a MARTA station. It's called the East Lake Station, although really in Oakhurst, as well as one further down the tracks in Decatur. So easy access in and out if you chose to use that. Another element to Oakhurst and why people are so drawn to it is because of its casual, easy lifestyle. Because of the festivals that are thrown and because of the winding streets and the sidewalks and the big old trees, people tend to congregate in the parks and around these restaurants, so everyone knows each other. It's a pretty tight-knit community. And again, this business district in the center of town is one of the reasons why people love it so much, because it's walkable, there's plenty of restaurants. There's some of my favorites there are the U-Joint. There's also Mescalitos, the Mexican restaurant, as well as Ford's Barbecue, also in the square. Now, Oakhurst Market, where you can practically get about any type of grocery you need without having to go to the Publix or the Kroger, which is also easily accessible outside the neighborhood. Now, along with that, there's several coffee shops, donuts, pizza, you name it, it's there. Now, outside the social component of this neighborhood, the schools are a big draw. Let's start with the elementary school, Oakhurst Elementary. Located on the edge on the southern side of the neighborhood, this is comprised of about 500 to 600 children. It's a score of 8 to 9 out of 10, and it also it was developed also around the 20s, so the architecture is very charming. It's what you'd imagine your storybook or your movie set to look like if you were going to an elementary school. The other side to this is the 4th and 5th grade academy. Now that's on 5th Avenue. And this is sort of the rollover of the kids right before they get to middle school. But because the population is so robust here, this school was built about 10 years ago. And again, constantly growing and evolving. Now the middle school is on the edge of the neighborhood as well. And the high school, just on the other side of the tracks in downtown Decatur, also great, right? The high school also rates really well, between about an 8 and an out of 10. And there's about 1,300 students to about 1,500 students there. Recently went through renovation. The sports and athletic fields are strong, and really strong support from the community here for the high school. Now let's talk a little bit about real estate. Now the entry-level point of these homes, which are the bungalows that mostly need some updating, again, built around the 20s, those start off around high 400s to about 500,000, and they stretch up into about 7. As you get closer to 8, they've been renovated, and those renovated bungalows, about 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, those cap out around $1 million. So between about 800 to $1 million, those are wonderful 1,600 and more 2,000 square foot bungalows. Newer construction ranges between in the low millions up to in the low 2 millions. Larger homes, modern, a lot of them are infill homes and or empty lots that were now developed. So we have a wide array of housing inventory to suit pretty much any architectural need you like. However, this is a craftsman community. There's a couple ranch houses, other post-war homes, maybe even a couple Tudors and Mediterranean, but mostly craftsman community. There's a historic district. McDonough, Adams, and Kings Highway are the 3 streets of the historic district. And those are really notable because of the architect who developed them and the intrinsic value of the rich architecture on those streets. Oakhurst Park is one of the biggest parks in the neighborhood. With the playground, open fields, and space for community events, it's really the heart of the neighborhood. Second to McCoy Park. Now, this has a pool, playground, community space, as well as a community garden and baseball fields. Now, these two parks truly are big spaces. People come in from around the city for our parks in Oakhurst. Some of the festivals throughout the year are huge draws, and one of the reasons why people want to live here. Now, they start off with Wine Crawl in late winter, and that's a collection of all the businesses with an assortment of wine and people, with the ticket sales that support other festivals throughout the year. Then you get to roam through these businesses, get to know the purveyor, see what they offer, and of course try some wine. And again, it's a fun afternoon. Next is Earth Day, the Earth Day Parade in the spring, followed by Mardi Gras, also in the spring. There's Barbecue and Blues. That's music and amazing barbecue, and that's in the village down in Oakhurst, as well as Jazz Nights. Now, the Jazz Nights take place in the Scottish Rite Community Center, and that is the Scottish Rite Hospital that is now owned by the city. And that has a restaurant, various businesses, and then another wing which is open for rental or just community events. And so on the lawn of that center, both in April and September on Thursdays, there's a jazz band, multiple jazz bands that play. People picnic and just hang out there for a couple hours. It's a really, again, wonderful way to meet up with your neighbors and catch up with everybody after a long winter or a hot summer. And then the next, by far the biggest event in the neighborhood is Porch Fest. Brings in thousands. And this is an event where homeowners on their porches will host bands, whether it's a children's band, members from the symphony, or the dads from a garage band playing. It's a huge event. Tons of people come in, and it's an amazing afternoon, usually on a Saturday in the fall. Oakhurst offers charm, convenience, and connectivity to the city. Ponce de Leon Avenue, which essentially becomes First Avenue from Midtown, will take you right into town. You also have DeKalb Avenue that follows the railroad tracks. That will take you all the way out to Stone Mountain on the east and downtown Atlanta on the west. Aside from MARTA, Ponce, those are the two major roads that will get you in and out of the neighborhood, which is almost a bit of a deterrent for traffic. So we don't have a lot of traffic that gets through Oakhurst or even in Decatur. People tend to complain that's one of the reasons they don't make it to Decatur, because there's not a direct access point. But that's also a positive for the residents there, because there's not a lot of traffic that ties up the city. And that's also one of those neighborhoods there's really no reason to leave on the weekends unless you need something outside, because there's grocery store, there's cafes, restaurants, and entertainment all there depending on the season. So if you're looking for a community with a tight-knit feel, small town feel within the larger metropolitan area with strong schools and easy connectivity, Oakhurst and Decatur may be the spot for you. And I get people that call me all the time just asking questions and wanting to know more about the city. So drop me a line, shoot me an email, or just give me a call. If you're 9 days out or 9 months out from needing to find a home, let me help you make a smooth move to Atlanta. And if you're looking for charm and convenience, Decatur might be your location. So drop me a line or I'll see you around town.